Hey everyone, welcome back to the table, Bucks Gearbox. Today we're checking out the CIVIVI Elementum. If you'd like to, you can check out the links in the description below if you're interested in browsing or purchasing one of the items I'm talking about in this video. If you do so, it helps out the channel. Thanks very much. Yep, welcome back to the table. Today we're looking at the CIVIVI Elementum. This particular Elementum, it has a black stonewash D2 blade and black ebony handle scales. And I had put off buying an Elementum for a long time. I knew I needed one. I wanted to do a video on one at least because this is the much hyped best budget knife of all time by so many people. And yeah, I wanted to see if the hype was true. And when I saw the black ebony scales, I thought that is really nice. This is the one. And I brought it home and we're going to look at it today. All right, so let's see what comes in the box. For those of you who have never purchased a CIVIVI knife before, I won't take long on this because that's not a lot of you, but CIVIVI is a budget brand of Wii knives, and for being a budget brand, they offer, well, you get a lot of, professionalism in here. You get some literature on the knife brand, some instructions. They're big on safety. They talk about that a lot, maintenance and warranty there. You can read that if you want to. I doubt any of you want to, but I'm going to hold it up there just in case. There you go. Pause it and see. They give you a microfiber cloth, which is always good. You can never have too many of those. Some stickers. And the iconic now Elementum sticker itself. That's all I've had before. Actually, this is not the first Elementum I've owned. I had the button lock Elementum, which was a little bit bigger and only had a button lock and not a flipper or any other way to close it or open the knife, and I didn't like that. So I sold it. I liked the knife just fine, but yeah, I like having a flipper or thumb studs or some manual way to open a knife without having to flick your wrist. Okay, so let's talk about the knife itself. Overall length, almost 7 inches, not quite. Blade length is just under 3 inches. The closed length and the handle scale length is 4 inches. It weighs about a little over 2.5 ounces. Again, the blade material is D2. This has a very nice hollow grind, which is really cool. I really dig hollow grinds. I've got another knife that has a hollow grind that is not a budget knife that I'll show you in comparison to this later. Just makes it it's very slicey for everyday tasks. So I really dig that. Again, a black stonewashed coating on this D2 blade. Black ebony wood, again, so cool. Stainless steel liners. It is tip up right hand carry. Yeah, you cannot flip the pocket clip. I'm kind of surprised by that, but you can't do it. So I wonder if they make left-handed knives. I'm not sure. Well, there you go. That's kind of an overview of the knife. Also, it does have very smooth caged ceramic ball bearings in there, which make this thing like automatic, very, very nice. It shoots right out and is ready to go, ready to do some work. I dig that. Very cool. All right, let's do some size comparisons because everybody likes that. Up against the Spyderco Para 3, which is one of my favorite EDC knives, and the other favorite EDC knife I have is the Malibu from ProTech. Both are a little bit bigger than the Elementum. ProTech, the Malibu is quite a bit bigger. Let's see what else. Let's throw it up against a Bug Out. Bug Out is a lot longer, about the same as far as height goes. Let's put it up against the PM2 because everybody knows a PM2, right? If you don't have one of these in your collection, highly recommend it. Very cool knife, quite a bit bigger than the CIVIVI Elementum, obviously. Here's another CIVIVI to put it up against, the Riffle, and this is a big knife, no question. And this is the CIVIVI that I reviewed right before this one, the Voltaic. And yeah, the Elementum is definitely more for like casual, everyday carry, I would say, office stuff. You're not going to scare anybody with this knife. That is really kind of an overlooked thing. You don't want to freak people out. Now, here's a knife that also shares a hollow grind that is on the opposite spectrum of budget. This is a Chris Reeves Sabenza, a small Sabenza, and it has a very nice hollow grind as well, although the blade shape is quite different with the Insingo blade shape. But I just thought it would be interesting to show these two different companies' hollow grinds up close together. Let's see if I can get a good angle on here. I think my lighting is not going to really pick that up for anybody. But you can see they both have really nice, deep hollow grind blades, and I really like a hollow grind. I've been making knives for a while and trying to make knives for a while, and that is something that is mystifying to me, how they do that and do it so well. I think the Sabenza has a little bit of a deeper grind. Obviously, it's a better steel. This is Magna Cut for one, and D2 is not. It is no slouch. It's a knife steel. It's a great knife steel. You can't keep it wet. You got to clean it. But it's a tough blade steel, and it's been around forever, and people like it for a good reason. It's just not, it ain't sexy, as they say. It's just it's a budget knife steel now. But it's great. Now, here's some, I think, is a more interesting comparison to me, because the Elementum, according to so many people, is the best budget knife of all time. And I just have never been blown away by them. And that partly because this QSP Penguin is my current favorite and all-time favorite budget knife. And even though this is a slightly upgraded one that's about the same price as the Elementum, you can get a base model QSP Penguin in D2 for almost $20 less than the CIVIVI Elementum. This is also one of my favorite budget knives, CJRB Rhea, and turns out to be a really pretty one with the Packwood scales. And it is also quite a bit cheaper than the Elementum, and I like both of these just a little bit, but now I like them all. I've been carrying this just around the house for the last couple of days. I haven't carried it a lot, and I like the hollow grind. That to me is one of the things that sets it apart, but it's not gonna replace my favorite budget knife, QSP Penguin. Just me. Your mileage may vary, of course, that's very subjective. But I dig a Wharncliffe blade or a modified sheep's foot, whatever it is. And yeah, I just love this blade shape, the usability, and I was wondering if I would actually keep this knife, or if I would just get it to overview it and then send it on to someone else, like I did with the button lock, the full size, the big one. I didn't really care for that just because of the opening mechanism. But yeah, I really dig this. This is really cool. It's definitely growing on me, but the Penguin is still my favorite. But this is not a video about the other two budget knives. Let's just talk some highlights. You get a very functional everyday carry knife for around $50. Again, this is many knife geeks, enthusiasts, if you will, favorite budget knife of all time. Actually really just wanted to try the knife out for good for myself, and again, I really like wood handles, so when I saw the ebony, that's pretty cool. Also, I'm a guitar player, and ebony is sometimes used in very nice guitars, so that kind of appealed to me a little bit. I like the black blade with the dark wood coating and the black liners. I think that just really looks sharp. It's kind of cool, and I like that color combo for sure. The Elementum is a knife I've purchased before because I've used it as a gift knife. I feel like it is a great knife to give for Christmas presents, birthday presents to people who might not have a good knife. Maybe they have a Walmart knife. You consider this a budget knife, but it didn't come out of a blister pack. It came from a professional knife designer. Yes, it is manufactured overseas, but there are a lot of really good knives that come from not the USA these days. Although I love USA-made knives, those are my preferences, those are my preference. But I got to tell you, I'm always impressed with the quality of budget knives these days. I mean, this thing is pretty cool. D2 there. I didn't even notice that before. Stamped on the flipper tab. I also like the way that CIVIVI doesn't mark up their knife blades. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I love the ebony wood, the black washed version. I like the brass scaled version as well. I messed with that one in the store the other day over at REC. But this one kind of won me over when I saw the ebony wood. Now things that I'm like about or meh, D2 is fine. It's a good steel. But it would be cool to see some Elementums in 14C28N. Maybe Nitro V. I don't have a lot of experience with that, but they're putting out a lot of knives on those two steels. It'd be interesting to see other blade steels come out on the Elementum. For me, though, end of the day, this is a keeper. I'm going to keep it, no question. I really do like it. But again, the QSP Penguin, I think, is my favorite budget knife. And again, if you're in the market for a budget knife, you can save about $20 and get a Penguin over the Elementum. Now, it's totally subjective which one you like better. I'm just saying, as far as my opinion goes, this gets the king of the best budget knife. But this might creep up on that CJRB RIA for second place for me. The more that I use it, we shall see. Of course, all super subjective. Hey, I appreciate you watching my videos. Please leave a like and subscribe if you dig it. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day.